What's up, guys, and welcome, Daily Theologians. Well, Joe Rogan is throwing his weight behind DeSantis for president. He said he would make a great president. He said that Ben Shapiro, hey gang, is brilliant. And I think rightfully so in many ways. Ben Shapiro has a common sense of decency, morality, righteousness, justice. These are things that are inalienable and that God has written on every human heart. And Rogan went on to say that it's interesting what he's doing. They're doing stand up, they're doing other things like a business model, that there's a market for that doesn't want that people that don't want to be spoon fed a certain ideology can go to. And he's right about that, because much of the media has become a propaganda arm. Instead of dealing with facts and objective reality, they have started to deal in twisted reality. Let's see what he says here. Hopefully there's not any swearing. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, so all this stuff is happening while we have a dead man as a president.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
Are you throwing out
it's not fun.
any support towards anyone, or are you going to hold off? And because I know, didn't Elon Musk come out recently for DeSantis?
Yeah, I think Ron Desantis would work as a good president. I mean, what he's done for Florida has been admirable.
Look, I feel like I'm doing breaking news right now.
Yeah.
That wasn't even on purpose.
I feel like what he did for Florida, a lot of people gave him a lot of grief, but ultimately he was correct. He was correct when it comes to like deaths. He was correct when it comes to protecting our vulnerable populations. He was correct in terms of distribution of monoclonal antibodies, and he was furious when the government tried to pull those. They were trying to pull very effective treatments. You know, he is not perfect. He's a human being, but what he's done is stand up for freedoms. And people think that so there's some weird gaslighting shit that went on where people.
Okay, we ended up with some swearing, but that he's right about the fact that DeSantis has done a good job, that the government tried to pull effective treatments, and they made it very difficult in some states, and I think likely cost the lives of people that could have been treated with monoclonal antibodies, if I'm saying that correctly. Now, maybe I'll get flagged or whatever, but the point is, he's right, and I think people are going to put their weight behind DeSantis because it's just he's less controversial. He's level-headed. He's got a very polished presentation, and so we'll see if that's what happens in the coming years. But we have to remember too, there's a long road between here and there, and we have to remember that politics come and go. But ultimately, Jesus was coming for a kingdom that was a spiritual kingdom. He was concerned with the heart of people, and he commanded people to repent and believe in his death, burial, and resurrection. Jeff Durbin over at Apologia has a good point. He says Christless conservatism cannot save you. And that's true. So we have to remember that. It is a common grace thing, though. It's not as if that has no value for the quality of life of people, our children, ability to raise our children, operate with a level of independence to do what is right and good and be able to preach the gospel. So, you can't just do one or the other. It's not throw that all away. Common grace is very important. But ultimately, the issue is one of the heart, and you must repent and believe the gospel, the death, burial, resurrection of Jesus Christ, God-man, who took the hell we deserve, died, and rose, is risen, and is coming back. Let me know what you think about 2024. Who's going to run? Leave a comment below, and remember to take a moment and hammer that like button, like the 95 Theses. Thank you so much.